What's going on, everyone? Long time no see. Today I'm going to be answering the questions to the Q&A that I asked you guys to ask me questions for like 3 weeks ago. So today I'm going to be doing that. I'm not going to be taking like 6 months like last time. I actually think it was like 8 months, if not more than a year. I don't remember, but it was a very long time. I'm not doing that to you guys again. I actually asked you guys to either ask me a question or tell me a joke if you don't have a question. So 2.4 thousand people actually voted on this, and I only have like 108 comments, guys. A lot of you either didn't ask a question or tell me a joke. I'm very disappointed. I'm just kidding. I'm not disappointed whatsoever. I'm excited to take a look at these. First question comes from FastShock65. How long until you go full-time on YouTube? I'm actually full-time on YouTube already, guys. This required a lot more of my time, so I just had to make the move. And luckily, I can make enough to sustain it. Thanks to you guys and thanks to this awesome platform, I'm actually, kind of living my dream right now. And I'm excited to keep growing. I'm excited to keep moving forward and, growing the community and growing the channel. Gategaming asks, what advice do you have for people who want to become a YouTuber? Well, for one, you gotta know what you want to do. You have to kind of figure out what kind of videos you want to make, what niche or what subject you want to cover, and kind of go from there, Obviously, having a decent enough setup in this day and age is necessary. I think that, it's a very competitive market now, so having like a decent microphone and decent gear for whatever content you're creating is kind of important, but not exactly necessary, so don't let that stop you. I think the biggest thing is just have a good idea, figure out a plan to execute it, and just run with it. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. You can always think of another idea and just try again, The thing that YouTubers don't usually tell you is that a lot of us had like other channels in the past that failed miserably, So, and that's not to say that my channel is like succeeding amazingly right now, There's still a lot of work to be done, but we all have a history of trying things that didn't work out. So don't let that discourage you and just keep going. LL Cool JD says, love all your content, man. You're such an amazing YouTuber, and I love seeing how much you've grown. Thanks, dude. Education asks, how old is this man? Well, it's a tough question. Are we talking mentally or physically? I'm gonna need you to clarify before I answer that. If you could change some things about Scrap Mechanic, what would you change? More frequent updates. I don't care how small they are. More frequent updates. Tian Landeris says, I have a really bad joke that I just made up. Kosmo, Dapper, and Khan enter a restaurant. This is gonna be good already. And everybody gets a burger. After a while, Kosmo and Khan have finished their burgers, but Dapper has left half of his untouched. Confused, the guys ask Dapper, hey man, why'd you leave the half? And he says, oh, I found some cheese in it, so I'm already finished. Sudi from Australia asks, how do you picture the channel being in a few years? Do you think you'll try and brave out different types of content, different types and kinds of games? Honestly, that is exactly what I'm trying to do now, Sudi. I've been doing a lot of Zapekist, as you can see. I never thought Zapekist would do well on the channel, and here we are. It honestly makes me happy because I am, not only do I enjoy building stuff, I also just enjoy racing games, I enjoy building games, I enjoy, simulation games, all this kind of stuff, and I would love to get to a point where I can just, play all that stuff and have people enjoy it just as much, Now, I'm obviously not going to throw a curveball to you guys and start playing, like, anime games or something, Not that there's anything wrong with anime games, just not my thing, right? And I'm sure some people would even enjoy it. However, I do want to take my channel in a more of, like, a racing building direction rather than, like, just building. I do love indie games. I love, like, adventure games, like Khan and I did It Takes Two, and that was really fun. Like adventure, puzzle, mystery games, stuff like that. So yeah, I guess to answer your question in short, I'm trying to move the channel towards a more diverse, content hub, where I play various things and not just building all the time, not just racing all the time, just a nice balance of everything. Wick3R1 says, I would tell you a construction joke, but it's not finished. TechnoDust660 asks, at what age do you plan to close the channel? Man, that's such a depressing question, and I'm not saying, like, I'm not upset about the question. It's just, it makes me sad to think about closing the channel, I don't have any plans to do so. I think I'm gonna keep uploading videos for as long as I can. I really enjoy making videos. I don't think I could go without it. I really like, telling stories and, making things and showing other people. So if anything, my channel might evolve into something else down the line, but I don't think it will ever fully close, you know, as long as I can help it. Beacon Blaster asks, where is your ornithopter? Well, I don't know, dude. I let my neighbor borrow it the other day and he hasn't come back yet. So I don't know if he's okay or not, but I'm gonna give him a shout later, see what's up. Modern Marksman Clips asks, would you consider playing BeamNG Drive with the gang, like a police chase or a demo derby? Yes, 100% I would. I just don't know how to set up BeamNG multiplayer. Mr. LL Cool JD says, if I keep saying stuff, am I gonna keep getting hearts? You know it, buddy. Let's test it because I'm bored. You know it. Chris Conley asks, what's your favorite size of stick? About yay long. Phoenix Bandana, actually one of my Discord mods, asks, did you get enough sleep last night? You have a bad track record. Yes, I do. He said he's writing this the day that I was still up on Discord until 6 a.m. Well, it sometimes happens, guys. The one downside of being a YouTuber is you have to exercise a lot of self-discipline. It's very difficult, you know. Knowing that you technically don't have anything to do the next day is a very dangerous thought, because it basically kind of gives you permission to stay up all night and then, you know, sleep all day. And it becomes a very not unhappy. Well, I guess it does lead to unhappiness, but it becomes an unhealthy routine, which I am constantly, you know, trying to keep myself in check with. I don't know, man, English. But to answer your question, I sometimes get enough sleep. Oh, we got another joke from Toast. Why did the chicken cross the road? To meet his flatmate. Oh my god. That's good. Next. Croissant Man asks, how do I do the Q&A? You're doing it right now, buddy. That was your question and you used it up. Dr. Pixel plays with the troll. How many hours is that gonna be? Because my last Q&A was like 2 hours long, if not more. I don't know. I just started. Jordan asks, what is your favorite part about being a YouTuber, and what is something new you learned from it that you weren't expecting? My favorite part about being a YouTuber is I get to do everything on my own terms. You know, yes, I technically work for Google, but I get to make my own schedule. I get out of my work as much as I put into it, which is a really nice feeling. You know, having worked 9-to-5 jobs in the past, my biggest gripe was, you know, no matter how much you put in, there's always, you know, people that are thwarting the progress and, you know, not doing nearly enough, and all your effort just feels like, you know, spitting into a well. Something new that I learned, well, I'm always learning how to edit better. I'm always learning, you know, new techniques. I'm always learning how to make better thumbnails and stuff like that. So I guess you could say I'm kind of always learning small things. But I guess the biggest thing that I learned from being a YouTuber is that it takes a lot of work. Froggy Gamer asks, wanna hear a dirty joke? Sure. 6 white horses fell in the mud. Excellent. It's a dirty clean joke, or I guess a clean dirty joke. No, it's a dirty clean joke. Scrapature89 asks, hey Cosmo, how do you manage your time enough to produce videos so quickly? By the way, your videos are the highlight of my day. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And honestly, I have gotten into a schedule, you know, so I make sure that I leave time. I know how much time roughly it takes me to edit, upload, do the thumbnail and all that. So I just allocate the time and I get her done. And also, part of it is just like anxiety, man. Like if I don't upload a video, I feel anxious, and I don't want to feel anxious. So the logical solution is to upload a video. That's not to say I feel like guilted into making videos. It's just that eventually you realize that, well, this isn't just something that I'm doing now. This is also my job, and if I don't do my job, then I'm getting kicked out of my house. Durgus with the comedy. 2D cars wouldn't be useful. They'd all get flat tires. Yeah, for sure. Unity Blaster asks, how did your career as a YouTuber start, along with Khan? Well, it basically did start along with Khan. Khan and I used to live together. I told this story in my other Q&A, but in short, Khan and I used to live together. We were buddies, we were roommates, we went to university together. We had a channel together that we both started because we really wanted to do YouTube. We actually, I think, watched Kwebbelkop and we were like, we can do that. And we started up a channel. Unfortunately, running a channel with 2 people was a little bit difficult, simply because people just have different commitments, you know, and different schedules. So we ended up going our separate ways. I mean, we're still friends. It's just that we ended up shutting down the channel. Khan created his own channel. I made my own channel. I was doing motorcycle videos for the longest time, and then I kept, you know, looking for an engineering job that I really enjoyed, and I was having a hard time doing that. So I said, you know what? I enjoy playing video games, and I'm not terrible at video games, and I enjoy building stuff in video games like Scrap Mechanic and all these other games. So why not give it a go? And obviously Con helped me. We started with the new V Pro series, and the rest is history. Mooney Flame 7 asks, 69 or 420? Why not both? Plain Crazy Randoms asks, how and why did you think of type of channel icon? I've been wondering. Oh, they're asking how I came up with my channel icon. Basically, my channel icon is just like a little cyborg creature that I came up with, you know. It's got a TV for a head, it floats around in space, its name is Kosmoborg. So, I don't know, man. Just one night, I got inspired and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create some cool channel art for myself, and that's what I did. This stuff only happens when I get like super inspired, and it's crazy because I just end up doing things that even surprise myself. But yeah, that's basically how the logo came about to be. Mio0x9 asks, hey Cosmo, a question for you. How do you feel about and Ukraine at the moment? I haven't heard anything new, and do you think was sick and knows he's going to Pepsi? Well guys, you know, honestly, this stuff kind of hits home. I don't really want to talk about it. I want to keep it a hashtag positive vibes Q&A. That's not to disregard your question. I mean, it's obvious how I feel about all that stuff going on. I am Ukrainian. Most of my family is in Ukraine, in occupied parts of Ukraine. So I think everybody can kind of extrapolate how I feel about the situation. So we're not going to get into that. If you really want to know, my other social media is kind of full of my opinions on the matter because, well, obviously it's a big part of my life right now. Pengy asks, hi Cosmo, I've noticed this in most of your videos and wanted to ask if there's a reason you don't include the name of the game in the subtitle. I was just kind of curious, and it's kind of annoying if I don't know what game you're playing. I totally understand the annoyance factor, but it's a bit of a strategic algorithm thing as well. Sometimes games are, I guess, disregarded due to their names or some stigma, or somebody might have heard that, you know, like so-and-so played this game and it sucked. But sometimes I'm just trying to carry across a concept that, you know, that I did, or an idea that I tried, or something along those lines. And I want people to not focus necessarily on the game title, you know? I would much rather try and get people to focus on the thing that I'm trying to do. So yeah, it's just a strategic thing, and I actually always label my videos as to like what game I'm playing. So if you click on the video, right below it'll show you, you know, what game it is. But I guess once you click on it, you already know anyway. Furious Darkness says, what did the grass say to the other grass? Gracias. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I almost regret asking you guys to tell me jokes, but not really. This is fantastic. Hayden Coates Moreland asks, why aren't you in multiplayer Monday videos? Will you continue Scrap Mechanic Raft after Scrap Mechanic gets updated, or will you just go back to your and Con's survival world? Also, love your videos. Thanks, Hayden. I'm not in multiplayer Monday for really no good reason. I just don't do it. I don't know. They haven't really done that well for me in terms of videos in the past, but really there's no good reason. Now, as far as your Scrap Mechanic question goes, Con and I are definitely planning to start up a new survival when Chapter 2 comes out. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to continue our existing world. If we can, maybe we'll do that. And honestly, I think we're gonna be done our Raft playthrough by the time Chapter 2 comes out anyway. So I guess time will tell. I guess we'll see. But rest assured, a lot of Scrap Mechanic content still on the way. The Red Builder asks, what is your real life job? Guys, I'm finally a YouTuber. I'm an influencer. Got a question from Apple7856. How do you stay motivated? Well, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to go back to working miserable engineering jobs. I love talking to you guys. I love this community. I love making videos. And I wouldn't want to lose that. So that's what keeps me motivated, you know? If I stop doing this, I lose it. But if I keep doing it, then it can only keep growing. Got a question from Tortoise Tortellini asking, what is your favorite anime/cartoon? I got a bunch. I think anime, and I know I'm gonna get hated for this, but I like Full Metal Alchemist. And then cartoon, I like Futurama. Mr. Jesus asks, what would you rate Con out of 10 as a roommate? Solid 4.2, buddy. Devil Cat Gaming asks, is it hard sometimes to record a video with the squad, or you have the same work schedule? Much love from Quebec, Canada. Hey, what's up, fellow Canadian? So it is sometimes difficult to record a video, not gonna lie. You know, just like with anything, sometimes you're just not in the right mood, you know, you're grumpy, something else is going on with your life, like, you know, like your cat's not feeling well, you know, your girlfriend's mad at you or something, I don't know, it could be a multitude of things, and it does kind of bleed through sometimes. We do have, you know, I guess like an agreement. If you're not feeling up to it, just let everybody know. We can always postpone the recording. There's nothing wrong with that. Our schedules are relatively flexible. Sometimes people don't wake up on time though. Sometimes it's me. Exotic Deer asks, how does it feel to be at 76,000 subscribers? Honestly, feels kind of crazy. We're almost at 78. I am just so excited for 100,000, guys. Got a spot on my wall for the plaque. I am ready. Give it to me. I'm just kidding. I've got to earn it. Cake asks, do you cook, like at home for yourself? Yep. I am making burgers after this. I'm pretty excited. Herr Juan asks, what is your favorite car? Well, I really like the R32 GTR. I also really like the Audi Sport Quattro. I'm a big car guy, so it's really like hard to pinpoint, but those are the two cars that I would really love to own one day, and hopefully I will. Phil Life 5 asks, what are your thoughts on Among Us? I've played Among Us with the boys a lot. It was a lot of fun. We haven't played it in a while, but I can see us coming back to it one day. Ethan the Damon Night God asks, what is your favorite motorsport? Well, to compete in, I actually just started doing motorcycle trials, and to watch, I would say either like WRC or F1. Yeah, I like MotoGP as well. I don't know, man. I just like things that go brrr. Wolf Survival asks, what is your favorite video you have worked on in the past? I have a lot of like favorite IRL videos that I've worked on in the past, but as far as video games, probably one of my bigger creations, you know, something that felt really fulfilling at the end. I mean, they all kind of do, you know, and Zapekist has been overtaking some of those favorite videos because I really enjoy building stuff in Zapekist and, you know, seeing people's reactions afterwards, seeing people, you know, find nuances in my tracks and whatnot. So I think definitely my Zapekist experience as a whole has been my favorite. Simone Vivian asks, if you could send a message to yourself in the past when you started making YouTube videos, what would you say to your past self? Push through the starting anxiety. So I have a hard time sometimes like getting started on things, and it can be years. It can be years sometimes, you know, before I start doing something that I've been thinking about for a long time. So the biggest thing that I can say to my past self is don't hesitate, you know, obviously don't do dumb things, don't rush headfirst into a flaming building, but definitely, you know, don't hesitate to try new things and follow your gut. Follow your gut. My gut has been proven right like 99 out of 100 times. Those are pretty good odds. The Semicolon asks, what happened to the original co-op survival series? Did you and Khan run out of ideas for what to do? We didn't necessarily run out of ideas. The game's, I guess, progression is quite limited. You know, the only thing we had left was go and clear all the warehouses out, and we just wanted something different. We just wanted something new. I guess the flame for the series kind of died out, but I hope it gets rekindled when Chapter 2 comes out, and we'll see what happens. You know, either we'll start a new one or we'll continue with the treehouse. Ghost asks, if it weren't for YouTube, what would you be doing? Well, I would likely be back in the engineering sector. I'd likely, you know, be working in an engineering job somewhere, doing mechanical design, stuff like that, hating my life, waking up at 7 a.m. every day, hating my life. It wasn't that bad, but there were definitely a lot more cons from my experience. Yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing. I'd be sad. Got a question from MIT. Hey Cosmo, why don't you start a new channel only for vlogs riding bikes and your ATV? Fazbear King asks, what is your favorite color besides blue and white? Yellow. Victor asks, hey man, love your videos. Do you mind giving us a setup tour? Honestly, I mind. My desk's a mess. I'm just kidding, guys. At the end of this video, I'll give you a quick shot. Got a question from Kian was here. Hey Cosmo, will you do more long drive videos? Honestly, I've been meaning to do it. I've just been kind of doing some other stuff, but you know, definitely not ruling it out for the future. Wolf Holt asks, VR? Unfortunately not, most likely not, maybe in the future. VR racing kind of makes me sick. I know people say that I'll get used to it, but it's been an awful experience every time I've tried. I do like VR, like archery and stuff, but that's not what my channel's about. So, you know, probably just gonna stick to recreational VR. B Port asks, what do you think of Hawaiian pizza? Honestly, there's worse things in life. Adrian P asks, why are your cats so photogenic? Mine rarely get good moments. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're just freaking adorable. I don't know what to tell you. Got a question from Alex. Love the videos, Cosmo. What's your favorite thing about the future scrap mechanic update so far, and or what additions would you add if you could decide? Honestly, I am really excited for, you know, the new mining system. I'm excited for some of the blocks, like the timing block, well, the clock block, and the generator block, things like that. If I could add something, I would add solar panels. I've been wondering this whole time, like, guys, this is scrap mechanic. We can't even power off of like the sun or off the water or anything. You know, we can't build anything that's technically, you know, like a scrap source of getting power. But hey, don't tell me we can't make solar panels, because we can literally materialize a lift out of nothing, out of thin air, you know? But we can't make solar panels, so blows my mind a little bit. Zack Attack asks, do you have a girl? I have a woman, and she is my fiance now. And yeah, that was a quick question. Delinquent asks, what other games do you enjoy playing? I enjoy playing, let's see what's on my list right now. Astroneer, BeamNG, CarX Drift Racing, Forza, Hypercharge, No Man's Sky, Rocket League, not really, I only play because Con plays, Turbo Golf Racing, I also have StarCraft installed. What else? That's probably it right now. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm really looking forward to playing Stray. That's that cat simulator game, so really looking forward to that. The same person asked the question, also, whenever you lose a game to Con, that's you going easy on him, right? No, it's not. And it's actually unfair how naturally talented Con is at some things. The dude beats me legit a lot of times, but hey, it's all love. Choco Pro asks, will the Raft series end when the normal co-op series comes back? Honestly, with the amount of time it's taking for the Chapter 2 to come out, I think the Raft series might just come to a natural end by then anyway. Who Burned the Toast asks, hailing from the wheat fields, I've always wanted to know if you have considered streaming. If not, how are your cats doing? I have considered streaming. Unfortunately, YouTube does this weird thing where, like, if you upload videos, streaming is detrimental. If you stream, uploading videos is kind of pointless. So, not right now. I want to put all of my efforts into YouTube. I don't really want to move to a different platform to start something else. But maybe, you know, maybe once this starts going better, I'll consider it. And my cats are doing great. Thanks for asking. Lucky Swordsman says, so dyslexic man walks into a bra. Two fish are swimming down the street that find a concrete wall. One fish turned to the other and said, damn. So blind man walks into a bar, then a chair, then a table. This guy likes jokes. When are you going to do another Q&A? Right now. It's happening right now. That was a question from Rocketcraft, by the way. Juan Zarif Afif Juan Zuriami asks, hey Cosmo, who do you like better, PewDiePie or Mr. Beast? Well, honestly, I don't personally know either of them, but I think as a content creator, I don't know. It's tough to say. They make different content, you know? Nothing against Mr. Beast whatsoever, but I think I'm gonna go with PewDiePie. Jelly the Medic says, at one point we were at the edge of a cliff, but we walked further. Dude, that's dark. That's dark. Got a question from Cobra King from Nepal, which is awesome. How did you meet Con and Dapper? When will you do a face reveal? So, second question is kind of self-explanatory if you go back in my channel a little bit. How did I meet Con and Dapper? Well, Con was my university friend slash roommate, and Dapper, I think Con met Dapper playing Rocket League or something, and then we just kind of became e-buddies, you know, and then we became friends and started, you know, doing YouTube videos together and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. A true love story. Me and myself and I asks, did you get fit or are you still fat? Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm trying to get fit, you know. I've been exercising more. I've been trying to eat better. It doesn't work that well, but I have definitely been exercising more. You know, I started doing motorsport, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Tubwa202 asks, how did you get into YouTube and how are you? I'm doing great, and I already answered the other question, so yeah, I hope it was sufficient. Nick Otero asks, will you continue your doc series when you make container transportation and management vehicles and trail makers? Love your content, keep doing what you're doing. I'm 100% going to keep going with the port vehicles, guys. I am trying to make the next video. It's a bit of a personal one, actually. I know that sounds super weird, you know, trail makers, port vehicles, personal. Like, what could it be, right? But you guys will find out soon enough, and hopefully I'll be uploading that video, like, you know, a couple of weeks after this one. Julian Munier asks, do you like dark jokes? Yeah, it depends. It depends. They still have to be funny, you know? You can't just, like, tell me something gruesome and expect me to laugh. I think that makes me a sociopath. And Minecraft with subs. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not really like a big Minecraft guy. I enjoy Minecraft, but I'm definitely not as like in that community as some people are. So, you know, maybe one day when I'm just casually streaming, we could play some Minecraft with subs, but no current plans, unfortunately. What PC parts are you rocking, and what software do you use to record, edit your videos? So my PC is actually quite, I guess, not old, but a bit outdated now. I've got a GTX 1060, I've got 32 gigs of RAM, I've got 2 SSDs running RAID 0 still, which I don't think anybody does anymore. I have, what do I have? I don't know, I got a power supply in there, it's pretty cool. My processor is an i7 6700K, also, you know, nothing too crazy. And for editing, I use, or rather recording, I use Marillus Action. For editing, I use Magix Vegas or Sony Vegas. I'm not even sure who owns it anymore, but yeah, that's the software. That's it. Well, guys, that actually seems to be the last question. A much shorter Q&A this time. I definitely didn't take as long to record it either, so I'm looking forward to this edit. It's not going to take me 2 weeks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I definitely had some fun answering these questions. I'll be doing more Q&As in the future. It's fun, you know, just to kind of sort of talk to you guys, and I suppose give you guys the opportunity to, you know more about me. But in any case, I'm going to clear off my desk a little bit. There isn't even that much stuff on it, but I know you guys wanted to see my setup. I'm going to show you that just in a second. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you guys asking the questions, telling me all the wonderful jokes, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Here you go, guys. The fabled Kosmo setup. Not a whole lot to it. I've got a standing desk. There's my microphone, poor cable management, but yeah, just 2 monitors, keyboard, mouse, tower, bad cable management. That's it.